Hi and welcome to Havoc Mayhem Creations. This is Sabrina speaking with another tutorial for you for the Snow White baby dress. The materials you're going to be needing is all red heart yarn, yellow, red, blue, white. You're going to be needing a temptress needle to sew in your ends, scissors, and a 4.5 millimeter hook. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start with the blue yarn and we're going to make a slip knot. And chain 39. So chain 39. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have a chain of 39. We're going to yarn over and double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So count back 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that 4th chain you want to double crochet. To double crochet, you yarn over, you insert your hook into the chain, yarn over again, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Let me show you one more time. You're going to yarn over, go into the next chain, yarn over, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. So that's a double crochet. We're going to double crochet in the next 3 more chains. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to do a corner stitch. A corner stitch is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all into the same chain. So we're going to double crochet, chain 1, and right back in that same chain again, double crochet. That's a corner stitch. Double crochet in the next 5 chains. Now that I've double crocheted in the next 5 chains, I'm going to do another corner stitch. So a corner stitch is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all in the same chain. Just like so. Double crochet in the next 12 stitches, chains actually, because we're not in the stitches yet, so 12 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain, which is going to be another corner stitch. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet on the same chain. So there's your next corner stitch. So now we're going to double crochet in the next 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, there, I double crocheted in the next 5 chains. Now we're going to do another corner stitch in the next chain, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Now we're going to double crochet in the last remaining 5 chains. Chain 2, and we're going to turn our work around. Now if you're a beginner, I want you to take a stitch marker and mark each one of your corners. You should have 4 corners. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you mark your corners, you know exactly where they're going to be at. Because some beginners can't really see the stitches, but they have like little gaps in between it to see it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to double crochet to the chain 1 space. So that's going to be the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. So we're going to double crochet into the next 6 stitches. We're at the next corner and we're going to do a corner stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and we're doing that in the chain 1 space, just like so. Now we're going to double crochet to the next corner. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we're at the next corner and we're going to do another corner stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Now we're going to crochet along the edge here to the next corner. And it should be 14, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now we're going to do another corner stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet onto the chain 1 space. Again, we're going to double crochet in the next 7 stitches, going along the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do another corner stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet on the chain 1 space. Then we're going to double crochet in the last remaining stitches. chain 2, turn your work around, double crochet along to the next corner stitch to your chain 1 space, pretty much. I call them corner stitches because they're your corners. Okay, I'm at my corner and I crocheted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches. So now I'm going to do my corner stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all into that chain 1 space. Now I'm going to double crochet to my next corner. So I double crochet to the next 9 stitches and I'm at my corner stitch. I'm going to do my corner stitch, which is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all in the same chain 1 space. Now I'm going to double crochet along to my next corner stitch, which should be 16 stitches going across. Now I'm at my corner. I'm going to do a corner stitch in the chain 1 space, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all into the same chain 1 space. Now we're going to double crochet in the next 9 stitches to the next corner. I'm at my next corner. Now I'm going to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the chain 1 space, and then double crochet into the next remaining stitches. Chain 2, turn your work around, double crochet in the net till you get to the chain 1 space right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches. Now we're going to do a corner stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Now we're going to double crochet the next 11 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm at another corner, so I'm going to do another corner stitch in the chain 1 space. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Now we're going to double crochet in the next 18 stitches. Okay, when you get to your next corner stitch, you want to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into that same chain 1 space. Then we're going to double crochet in the next stitches until we get to the next corner. So this should be 11 stitches. 1, 2, okay, I'm at the next chain 1 space and we're going to do another corner stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all into the chain 1 space. Now we're going to double crochet in the last remaining stitches. Chain 2, turn your work around. We're going to double crochet across until we get to the chain 1 space. So I double crochet to 9 stitches. Now I'm at my chain 1 space and I'm going to do another corner stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Now we're going to double crochet in the next, I think it's 13 now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stitches. To the next corner. Okay, we're at the next corner stitch and we're going to do another corner. double crochet, chain 1, double crochet all into the same chain 1 space. Now we're going to double crochet in the next 20 stitches to the next corner stitch. So now I'm at my next corner stitch, and I'm going to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into my corner stitch. Double crochet in the next 13 stitches. Actually, it was 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stitches. Okay, now we're going to do another corner stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and double crochet in the last remaining stitches. Okay, we're not going to chain up 2 yet. What you're going to do is you're going to take the other end of this, as you can see here, and we're going to slip stitch on the top to join this together to close the back of the dress. Then we're going to chain up 2. Okay, so now what we should have is the front, the back, this is the opening, these are the arms, and we're going to form the arm holes now. So double crochet in the same stitch as your chain 2. We're going to double crochet to the next corner stitch. And so it's total 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches from the first double crochet that we just did. So 10 total. Now we're going to put 2 double crochets together. What we're going to do is yarn over, insert our hook into the chain 1 space, yarn over, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're going to yarn over, skip all the stitches and go to the next corner, chain 1 space, and you're going to yarn over, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through all 3, just like so. Now we're going to crochet along the front of this dress, and it should be 20 stitches. Well, 22, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to the next corner stitch. Okay, so I'm at my next corner stitch. We're going to do the same thing we did to the other corner. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the chain 1 space, yarn over, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, skip all the stitches and go to the next corner, chain 1 space, and then yarn over, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Now we're going to double crochet in the last remaining stitches until we get to our chain 2, and then join. Okay, so we're at the last one. We're going to join on the top of our chain 2, to slip stitch, and we're going to chain up 2. Now what we're going to do is double crochet all the way around. So this is what we should have so far. We now have armholes, and we're building the dress. Now if I'm crocheting too fast for you, you can always pause and catch up. We're going to slip stitch on the top of our chain 2 to join, and from here we're going to fasten off. Make a slip knot. We're going to use this to attach our yarn to our arms. So our arms, you're going to the very end of the last stitch right here. That's where you're going into. You're going to see your stitches going around. Then you're going to see these double crochets on the side here. You don't want to go in this double crochets, you want to go into your last stitch. Very last stitch. Okay? Or the first one. It could be on either side. So you're going to attach your yarn, and we're going to chain up 2 and double crochet until you get to the other side of the stitches, which will be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 stitches. Okay, so now instead of joining this, so you don't have a hole in that center there, because if you join it, you're going to have this little peeky hole through here, and you'll have to sew it. So to avoid sewing and all that stuff, what I do is I do a double crochet 2 together, and we're going to be working into the rows. So here's the first row, here's the second row. We're not entering this last row, we're only entering the first 2 rows from the bottom here. So you're inserting your hook into the first row, yarn over and pull through 2. Then you're going to yarn over, go into your second post on the second row, yarn over, pull that yarn through, yarn over and pull through 2. Then you're going to have 3 on your hook and pull through all 3. So now I inserted my hook into the first of the third row from the bottom, and the second row into the posts. See that? And now I'm going to do it to this side as well. So I'm going to go to the bottom row, which is the second from the last row, not this row but this row. Insert my hook after yarning over, yarn over again, pull that yarn through, yarn over. I'm going to pull through 2 first, then I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the next row up, which is the third row. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm inserting my hook into there, yarn over, pull that yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, then I have 3 on my hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Then we're going to join on the top of our chain 2. Okay, this row we are going to half double crochet all the way around. To half double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull the yarn through, yarn over and pull through all 3. Let me show you again. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull that yarn through, you have 3 on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. One more time, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull the yarn through, yarn over and pull through all 3. That's a half double crochet. We're going to half double crochet all the way around in each stitch. Okay, my last one. Now I'm going to slip stitch on the top of the chain 1 to join. I'm going to chain up 1, and now we're going to do a half double crochet front post, back post in each of the stitches. So what you're going to do is yarn over, insert your hook into the post and out the other. This is the front post. Yarn over, pull the yarn through, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So that was your first front post. Now we're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the back of the post, out to the other side. So now your hook is on the other side and the post is on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull your hook through the post, then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. So that's your back post. I'm going to show you one more time. We're going to do a front post, put your hook through and over, so the post is now on your hook. Yarn over and pull the yarn through, then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. So now we're going to do the back post. You're going to yarn over, insert your hook from the back of the project, put the posts in the back of the of your hook. So now you're going to yarn over, pull that yarn through, yarn over and pull through all 3. And we're going to do that all the way around, front post, back post, for each of the stitches. So now I'm doing a front post, I'm on my last one now, and I'm going to slip stitch to join. I'm going to fasten off, and what you did on this side you do on the other side to make the other arm. So put your hook through on the last stitch, make a slip knot, join the yarn, chain up 2, double crochet in the same stitch as the chain 2, and we're going to double crochet in the next, I think it was 14 or 15 stitches total. So 1, a total of 15 stitches, so you're going to do 15 double crochets. Okay, so now what we're going to do is do the 2 double crochets together by inserting our hooks into the rows instead of stitches. So you're inserting your hook into the 3rd row from the bottom of here. So you're going to yarn over and pull your yarn through. Now we're going to yarn over and go into the 2nd row, and I'm just going to insert my hook over the posts. Then I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. Then I'm going to do this on the opposite side, but we're going to do it backwards. So we're going to insert our hook into the 2nd row from the bottom, and then pull through 2, then yarn over, go into the 3rd row from the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. Slip stitch on the top of your chain 2 to join. And then we're going to chain up 1 and half double crochet all the way around. Okay, so I'm on my last stitch, and now I'm going to slip stitch to join, chain 1, and we're going to do front post, back post, half double crochet for each of the stitches. So front post, back post, front post, back post, all the way around. Pretty much what you did on the other side, you're doing on this side. Take your time. If you need to press pause and catch up. I know I'm moving a little bit quickly here, but I am explaining everything I need to explain. So take your time, press pause. You have to rewind and go back again. That's what those buttons are for. Okay, my last stitch, I'm going to join and slip stitch and fasten off. Okay, now we're going to do a border with a buttonhole for our button, which I forgot to tell you guys need a button for this project. So take your yarn needle, sew in all your ends, and we'll get back to doing the border around the neck to do the armhole. And get a button, something that's gonna fit in between a post pretty much. So it shouldn't be that big. It should fit like right here, and it should fit over a post. So stick your finger in a post and you can see how big that might be. Okay, so I'm back here. Everything's all sewn up. And now we're gonna start our border and making a hole for our button. So I got a button, as you can see, it could fit perfectly through the posts. I just pulled it right through. See? That's as big as you want it. Okay. So make a slip knot to attach our yarn. We're going to go into the first post from the bottom here. So wherever this ends here, right into that crease, you're going to go right into that post. And I like to stagger right into there, like get right into the middle of the post, not the whole round of it. Join the yarn, and we're going to single crochet. When I single crochet up the posts, I go in between the rows and in the row. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do. I go into the row, in between the row I mean, then I'm going in the row, in between the row, in the row, in between the rows, and in the row. Okay, so instead of coming to the top here right now, I'm going to chain up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's going to be my hole for my button. So now I'm going down the top of our first stitch and single crocheting that in, just like so. So now I have a hole for my button. And now I'm going to single crochet along the top of our neckline right here, just with a single crochet. Okay, so now we're going to be working along the posts again on the edging here, and I go into each of the rows. So I go in each of the rows and in between the rows, because it's a double crochet, so it's like almost like putting 2 stitches in each of the rows. And I'm done. And now I'm going to slip stitch to join. Fasten off by leaving a tail to sew in our ends. So now I'm going to take my yarn needle, sew in my ends here, and sew a button in. Okay, I'm going to get some yarn here, or you can use thread, whatever you use to sew in your buttons. I'm actually going to use thread because the yarn doesn't fit. I mean, the needle doesn't fit through this buttons, so I'm going to use a regular needle. Okay, so I'm going to put my button on the opposite side of where the hole's at. And I put it right over the first row in the corner. And I'm just going to sew this in. Okay, so now my button's sewn on. And you put your button over the arm, the hole, and we have that done. Now let's form our dress and change color. So we're going with yellow now. So now we're moving on to the yellow. We're making a slip knot. And we're going to join the yarn from the back of the bottom of where we're starting here. So look for the center of the back right here, and you want to stick your hook into one of those stitches, and you want to join the yarn from there. Chain 2. Okay, we're going to do an increase round for this row. So each stitch is going to be 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and we're repeating that pattern all the way around in each of the stitches. So for you beginners, I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do. So in the first stitch with the chain 2, you're going to put 1 single crochet. I mean double crochet, sorry, not single crochet, 1 double crochet. Now we're going to go into the next stitch and put 2 double crochets. So we're going into the next stitch and we're going to put 2 double crochets into the next. So 1, back in that same stitch again, and 2. and this is increasing, making the dress little flare out from the bottom. So now we're going to put 1 double crochet into the next, move to the next stitch and put 2 double crochets. And we're repeating this pattern all the way around. So if you did 2 double crochets into 1 stitch, the next stitch is 1 double crochet, as you can see here. And that's the pattern: 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So now we're going to put 2 double crochets into the next. And I got my loose end laid down so I can crochet right over it. 1 double crochet into the next. 2 double crochets into the next. One double crochet. We're repeating that all the way around. Okay, so I'm getting towards the end here, and I'm on my last stitch, 1 double crochet, and I'm going to join with the top of our chain 2. Okay, chain up 2. So this is the only increase that we have to do for the dress part. Now all we have to do is double crochet in every stitch all the way around for the next 9 rows. So you should have a total of 10 rows of yellow. This is our first row. Now we're going to continue on for another 9 rows of just seeing a double crochets in each stitch all the way around. We're not doing any more increases, so we don't have to put 2 double crochets or anything like that. All we're going to do is put 1 double crochet in each of the stitches all the way around for the next 9 rows. So we're just double crocheting in each of the stitches all the way around. When you get to the end, you slip stitch on the top of the chain 2 to join, chain 2, and repeat the pattern again for the next 9 rows. So at this point, take your time. You can press pause at this moment, and I will come back here with my 9 rows done, and you take the time and do your 9 rows, and then you can press play after this. So press pause and catch up. Okay, so I've gone to my 10th row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now what we're going to do is the shell part of the bottom of this dress. We're going to chain up 1, and we're going to double crochet into, we're going to skip 1 and move to the next one, and we're going to double crochet, but when we're going to double crochet, we're going into the front loop. We're not going into both loops, we're going into that front loop, and we're going to do 5 double crochets into that front loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to skip the next one, move to the next one, and do the front loop only and single crochet. Just like so. Now we're going to skip 1, move to the next, and we're going to put 5 double crochets into the front loop. And we're going to do this all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to skip the next, move to the next one, get the front loop, and single crochet. Now we're going to yarn over, skip the next one, move to the next one, get the front loop, and put 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, move to the next, and single crochet into the front loop. Reason why we're doing that is we're going to need that line in the back to add the white. Okay, so yarn over, we're going to skip a stitch, move to the next stitch in the front loop only, 5 double crochets. Okay, skip 1, move to the next, single crochet into the front loop only. skip the next 5 double crochets into the front loop only. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to skip the next one, move to the next one, and single crochet. Okay, skip one, move to the next, and put 5 double crochets. Skip one, move to the next, and single crochet into the front loop only. Skip one, move to the next, 5 double crochets. Skip one, move to the next, single crochet into the front loop. Skip one, move to the next, 5 double crochets. Skip one, move to the next, single crochet into the front loop. Skip one, move to the next, 5 double crochets into the front loop. Skip one, move to the next, single crochet. Okay, we're going to skip one, move to the next, 5 double crochets into the front loop only. Okay, skip one, move to the next, single crochet in the front loop. Skip one, move to the next, 5 double crochets into the front loops. Skip one, move to the next, single crochet. Skip one, move to the next, 5 double crochets into the front loops. Okay, we're going to skip one, move to the next, front loop only, single crochet. Skip one, move to the next, 5 double crochets into the front loop. Skip one, move to the next, single crochet into the front loop. Skip one, move to the next, 5 double crochets, front loop only. So we're just repeating that all the way around. Skip one, move to the next, single crochet. Skip one, move to the next, 5 double crochets. Skip one, move to the next, single crochet. skip one, move to the next, 5 double crochets. Skip one, move to the next, single crochet. Skip one, move to the next, 5 double crochets. Skip one, and we're back at the beginning. We're just going to slip stitch to join. Fasten off. And now we have the ruffles at the end of the dress. Let's move along and get the white out. Get a tamper's needle and sew in our end that we have here. Okay, so you're going to see a line inside here now that we did, and that's the back posts of that 10th row that we did. So we're going to flip this over, make sure it's in the back, where the button's in the back right here. And you're going to flip it over, and right in the center here, you're going to insert your hook into one of those back loops. They're right on the edge of your shell stitch. Excuse me. You're going to make a slip knot with the white and attach your yarn to your hook. Pull it through the loop and chain 1. Now what we're going to do is half double crochet in each of the back loops around this perimeter here. So we're going to half double crochet in the first stitch with the chain 1, then yarn over, move to the next, and what I like to do is I bend it so I can actually see the stitches and start half double crocheting all the way around, working in those back loops only. So here's my shell, and I'm working on that back loop that we did not go into on the inside. Okay, so now what we're going to do is slip stitch on the top of our chain 1 here to join, chain up 1, half double crochet in that same stitch, and we're going to half double crochet all the way around one more time. And what I like to do is I like to stagger my stitches, so what I'm doing, instead of going on the front, I go into all the loops, right into that post. See that? So normally you'll go into the first 2. I take my hook all the way down and I get all of them. That way there won't be a second line. Okay, so we're at the end here. We're going to slip stitch to join and fasten off from here. Sewing your ends. So now our dress is done. Now we just gotta add the little apples to the side. I call them apples because I make them look like apples. She has these little openings on her arms that have these red things coming out from in the movie, if you ever watched the movie Snow White. So, to decorate this a little better, I add little apples to the side here. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make those apples. So we're going to go with the red now. Make a slip knot. And you're going to chain up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Double crochet 4 more times into the first chain. So 1, 2 on the first chain, 3, and 4. Now you're going to single crochet into that first chain, just like so. Now what we're going to do is do 5 double crochets into that same first chain. So now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now if yours opened up like mine did, pull on that loose end and everything comes together again, and you're going to join at the beginning of your first double crochet stitch with a slip stitch. Then you're going to fasten off with a long tail to sew everything in, just like so. And if you look at this, looks like a little tiny apple heart. See that indent that we did with the first single crochet right there? So it's got 5 on this side, 5 on that side, and you got a single crochet in the middle. So you're going to make 6 of these. And make your 6, press pause, and come back, and we're going to sew these on. Okay, so I did my 6 and I've already sewed on 3 so you can get a good idea how they look. Putting 1 in the middle and 1 on each side, as you see here. So what you're going to do is take your tapper's needle, take that long end, yarn needle, whatever you need to have, this is the part you're going to use to thread. Then this end I use to tie in. So I pull tight to make sure my little apple shows. And on the very top of this, you want to keep it folded for right now so you can see where your middle is going to be at. And you're going to line it up. Once you find your middle, you want it first row right here of the sleeve. You want it above that, as you can see here. So I am working, let me zoom in. Here's the first row. These are the half double crochet front post and back post. This is the first row, and then we're moving to the second row. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew the tip of this apple to there. as you see here. So I have my loose end, and then you're just gonna sew it all the way around. So basically it's just a basic stitch sewing around. What I like to do is when I get to the center here, I like to go right into the center and out from the other side, as you can see here, to bring that center apple more in. And I do that twice. I just go in there twice like that. So that brings that part in more. And then I start working along the other side of it. Okay, you can tie these two ends together to secure it better. That's what I do. And now I just sew in all my ends into the red part of the thing just to secure it. And cut those loose ends off. Move it around a little bit. And there's your first apple. And that's in the center. So now we're going to do the back side. Thread your needle. And we're going to do the same thing. You want to line it up to the end of that first row. Okay, and you can see your posts and your double crochets here. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, and I'm going into that third one right here. See that? And I'm going to grab the tip of this and start sewing this one on. And the heart needs to be facing down towards the sleeve. You don't want it facing towards this way, so make sure it's like that. And we're going to do the same thing again, just sewing all the way around. And take this loose end, bring it to the end here. I'm going right into that center again. I'm working on the other side. Once you get to the end, tie the two ends together and sew them in. Now we're going to do the front side, so thread your needle, flip this over from the front part, again, you're going to line it up to the bottom right here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. So we're going to attach it to the third one. And there we go. And we're going to start sewing this in. I'll poke myself a little bit. I got a very sharp needle. And our Snow White baby dress is complete. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial as much as I did. Until next time, happy crocheting. If you have any questions, be free to comment below. I'll try to get the written pattern up there as soon as possible. It may take me a little bit of time because I'm not that good at writing out patterns, but I am good showing you how to make these beautiful creations. So, till next time, happy crocheting.